Sai Ram. In today's math session, we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 8, decimals. Children, let us look at these examples to understand decimals. Children, if we have to express certain numbers like temperature of Delhi, morning and evening temperature of Delhi, we use the numbers 34.3 degrees Celsius or 21.2 degrees Celsius. Similarly, the temperature of a boy having fever will be expressed as 98.4 degree Fahrenheit. So, the dot here is the decimal point. The dot here is decimal point and it separates the ones place and the tens place. The place immediately to the right of the decimal point, like here 34.3, this one is known as tens place and it is expressed as a fraction as 3 upon 10. Similarly, here in this example 98.4, we have the decimal which separates the ones place and tens place. So, the number at the decimal at tens place is 4. Alright. Now, let us look at few more examples. Suppose we have a number 1258. So, how do we expand that? We will write it as 1 into 1000 plus 2 into 100 plus 5 into 10 plus 8 into 1. Children, when we move towards right in the place value system, then from 1000 to 100 it is 10 times smaller. Then from 100 to 10, tens is 10 times smaller than the hundreds and ones are 10 times smaller than the tens. Similarly, when we go still right from the ones, then comes the decimal and the first number, first digit after the decimal is 10 times smaller than the digit at ones place. So, this is expressed as 1/10 or tenths place. Now, let us look at this example. This number is read as 527.93. We do not read it as 0.993, it is 0.93. So, the number is 527.93. So, we have in hundreds place we have 5, that means 5 hundreds, then 2 in tens and 7 in units place. Then comes the decimal point. Here is the decimal point and to the right of decimal point, here first one is the tens place, this one, and then we go beyond, then the next one will be hundredths place. So, in tens place here we have 9 and in hundredths place we have 3. 9 is in tens place, it means it is 9 upon 10. Now, let us see how we express the tens. Okay. So, we have learnt in fractions that 1 out of 10 equal parts is expressed as 1 upon 10. 2 out of 10 equal parts is expressed as 2 upon 10 and 5 out of 10 equal parts will be expressed as 5 upon 10 as fractions. Now, let us see how we express them as decimals. Now, 1 upon 10 can be written as 0.1 and 2 upon 10 is 0.2 and 5 upon 10 is 0.5. Now, let us look at a few more examples to understand this. We have 40 plus 2 plus 1 upon 10. This means the number is 42.1. So, what is there in the tens in tens place it is 4. We have 4 tens. Then in ones place we have 2. And in tens place we have 1. Similarly, 30 plus 3 plus 2 upon 10 can be written as 33.2. So, we have 3 tens, 3 ones and 2 tens. Then the next number 50 plus 9 plus 5 upon 10 will be written as 59.5. So, we have 5 tens, 9 ones and 5 tens. Now, let us see how we represent decimals on a number line. Let us look at this example. Here we can understand that all these numbers 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 and so on, these are less than 1 but they are greater than 0. That means these numbers lie between 0 and 1. Okay. So, the number line between 0 and 1 is divided into 10 equal parts. Then the first one represents 0.1, this one is 0.2, third one is 0.3, next one 0.4, fifth one is 0.5, next 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 and then comes 1. Beyond 0.9 we have 1.0. 1.0 means 1. Let us see a few more examples to understand this. Suppose we have a number 0.6 to be expressed on a number line. So, we know that 0.6 lies between 0 and 1. The gap between 0 and 1 is divided into 10 equal parts and first one represents 0.1, then 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 and then this one is 0.6. This one is 0.6. Then 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 and then 1. And suppose we have to express we have to represent 1.2 on the number line. So, we know that 1.2 lies between 1 and 2. So, the distance, the gap between 1 and 2 is divided into 10 equal parts and here the first one will be 1.1, next one will be 1.2. Then we have 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 and so on. So, here we have one more example. Which number does point Z represent on the number line? Okay. So, we have Z here, which point it represents. We know that the decimal lies between 7 and 8. So, between 7 and 8 it is divided into 8 equal parts. So, first one will be 7.1, then this will be 7.2, this is 7.3 and point Z represents 7.4. So, this is how we represent decimals on number line. Now, let us look at a few more examples. Write each of the following as decimals. A, 2 ones and 5 tens. That means we have 2 plus 5 upon 10. So, it becomes 2.5. Then is next one is 30 and 1/10. 30 plus 1/10. That means it is 30.1. Now, example 3, write each of the following as decimals. We have 30 plus 6 plus 2 upon 10. So, 30 plus 6 becomes 36 and 2 upon 10 is 0.2. So, it is 36.2. The number is 36.2. Now, let us see how we express or change the fractions as decimals. For the fractions to be expressed as decimals, we should have the denominator as as 10 or multiples of 10. For example, if we have a fraction like 4 upon 5 which has to be expressed as a decimal, then we have to change this fraction into equivalent fraction such that the denominator is 10. So, how do we do that? We have learnt in fractions, we multiply 5 by 2 and also the numerator 4 by 2. So, we get 8 upon 10, and 8 upon 10 can be written as 0.8. Similarly, if we have 1 upon 2, then to change this into an equivalent fraction with 10 as the denominator, we multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 5, and what do we get? We get 5 upon 10, and 5 upon 10 can be written as 0.5. Now, let us see how we write decimals as fractions. For example, we have 0.3 here. So, this is tens place, isn't it? This is tens place. So, it will be written as 3 upon 10. And if we have 0.7, again after decimal to the right, first number will be in tens place. So, it is 0.7 is 7 upon 10. Now, let us start solving the problems of exercise 8.1. Write the following numbers in the given table. So, we can see here that we have 3 tens and 1 ones and 2 tens. That means we have to write in tens place. We do not have hundreds, we write in tens place 3. We have 3 tens and 1 ones and how many tens? 2. So, the number will be 31.2. The next one, we have 1 hundreds, 1 tens. We do not have any number in ones place, then 4 tens. So, we will write 1 in hundreds place, 1 in tens place, and in tens place we will write 4. We do not have any number, any digit in ones place. So, 0 comes here in ones. So, what will be the number? The number will be 110 point, it will be 110.4. So, the number will be, this number will be 110.4. Now, second question, write the following decimals in the place value table. A 19.4. Do we have hundreds here? No. So, 0 here. How many tens? We have 1 tens. How many ones? 9. And how many tens? It is 4. Then 0.3. 0 in hundreds place, tens in place also 0, ones place also 0. In tens we have 3 tens. Then 10.6, hundreds place 0, 1 ten, 0 ones and 6 tenths. Similarly, 205.9, 2 hundreds, 0 tens, 5 ones and 9 tenths. Now, question number 3, write each of the following as decimals. A 7 tenths, that means it is 7 into 1 upon 10, or we can write it as 7 upon 10, and we know 7 upon 10 is 0.7. Then 2 tenths and 9 tenths. 2 tenths plus 9 tenths means we have 0 in ones place. So, it is 20 plus 9 upon 10, isn't it? So, it becomes 20.9. Next, 14.6 can be written as 14.6 directly. 102 ones. So, we have 100, 2 ones, 100 plus 2, 100 plus 2, 102. Next 600.8 can be written like this. Then next, children, we end this session here, and these problems of question number 4 we will be solving in our coming session. Thank you.